Okay friends, today we are making a Japanese carp kite. This one's my old one. It's larger. You can make a larger one if you want to. But I'm going to show you how to do that, so here we go. Okay, so the supplies you'll need is a piece of paper, pencil, glue, something to color with, so crayons or markers or oil pastels, chalk pastels, whatever you have. I'm just going to use crayons and markers. You also may need some newspaper to stuff the fish with, or cotton. You'll need some scissors and something to tie it with, so either some yarn if you have some, or you could use floss, or anything around the house that you could use. You don't have to, but if you want the mouth to be round after, you could use cardstock. I didn't even use it. That's just an option. So first things first, you're going to fold the paper in half, hot dog style. We want to make sure the open side is at the top. So the opening's at the top. And then we're going to draw this shape. So I'm going to use my finger and fold it in half. That's about an inch is kind of where I want to start. And I'm going to kind of draw down like a slight curve, then back up to the very top and back down off the paper. So kind of a mountain type shape. And on this side we're going to draw an eye. So one oval and then another oval inside. We want to have one more oval and then a little circle inside for the highlight. Then I'm going to add a curved line, kind of mimicking the way that the eye is shaped, that curved like that, like a letter C. And then I'm going to make another parallel line, so the same type of line that I did before, and that's for the fin. At the very end, I'm going to draw some lines for the back fin. And then I want to show you whenever we open it, there's nothing on the other side, so we'll have to try to redraw it. But the easiest way is to fold your paper back in half, keep it folded, and use your scissors to cut on that line. So make sure that that folded part is at the top. So this is the only line you're going to cut on, is this line right here. And I'm going to fast forward it. And you may decorate yours any way you want. You can look online for other images of the fishes. And once we open it back up, we're going to draw the same thing on the other side to make it symmetrical. So I'm drawing a curved line, and then I'm going to draw another eye. So I've got one circle, or oval. I'm going to draw it the other way, because you can make it asymmetrical where it's not exactly the same on both sides. That way you can have two different pieces of art in one when you hang it. And then I'm drawing the same type of line I did on the other side, with those lines on the fin, which you can't see, sorry. Same thing we did on the other side. And then I'm going to draw some scales. So I'm just drawing big letter U's. So I'm trying to make them the same on both sides. So I did 2 on one side, 2 on the other. And then when I go back to the next row, I'm just drawing those same U's, but I'm connecting it to the middle of the first U's. So middle, 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 and then off the paper. Now I'm going to fast forward, and we're going to come back and I'll show you how to put it all together. Okay, after you're done coloring any way you want, you're going to need your glue, some scissors, some scrap paper or tissue paper for the what do you call it? Streamers hanging out the back fin. And I'm going to show you. We're going to fold this in half, and then at the mouth we're going to fold it over. Fold it over. We're going to grab our scissors and cut out a little triangle, just big enough to fit the yarn or whatever you have. Cut a little triangle, and when you unfold it, now you have a hole. If you have a hole punch, you can use that instead. And I need to get my yarn. You don't need a long piece, just need enough. And your glue. And if you have a stapler, you could use that too. Now, pay attention to where I'm gluing. I'm gluing around the edge. I did not glue the mouth. And actually, I forgot something. The tail. The fin. Not the tail. The fin. I've got to get some scrap paper. So this is where if you have tissue papers, you want to cut little scraps. And I'm going to speed this up. Okay, and so if you have tissue paper, you want to cut little strips. So you can cut. I cut mine really thin because I wanted a lot of different colors since my fish is smaller. But you can cut them thicker, you can overlap them, and once you're done cutting the strips, you just want to put some glue down on one side and glue down your strips of paper or your tissue paper or magazine. You could, if you have magazine or newspaper, you could use that too. And then once you're all finished gluing your strips down, you will fold it in half and glue it back together. So I've got to put my glue back. It dried. So you glue the fin, you glue the top part of the fish, but you do not glue the mouth. You need the mouth to remain open so you can stuff the fish with newspaper or cotton balls or whatever you have. If you want to use a staple, you could staple it right there as well. And then you want to grab some scrap pieces of paper and stuff the fish's mouth. And I'll fast forward this part again. Okay, after you're done stuffing your fish, I like to grab a pencil and stuff it all the way down to the bottom. Then you want to get your yarn and place it through the hole and tie a knot, and you are all set. Can't wait to see your artwork.